Okay, before we start, it's really important that you select the right key. So on your keyboard, find the F12 key right here. What you want to do is your computer turned off, right? Your screen should be off. Start tapping that key and then turn on your computer. Okay? So let's find the right drive and then we'll get started. Okay, you're going to find the flash drive. You're going to find a flash drive in your package, and it should be numbered 6. Okay, that's the AOMEI Partition Assistant. Put that inside your computer. Turn on your computer, and then start tapping the F12 key. Just keep tapping until your screen shows up. Something will show up on your screen. It might say boot options. My computer is going to show something different than yours. So just like I said, just keep tapping that key till you see it show up. Now, mine it says boot menu. So you're going to be looking for something like that. Then you have to select that disk that you put inside your computer. So in my case, I'm going to go to hard disk. Then I'm going to select SanDisk because that's what I'm looking for. So you have to find either SanDisk, I believe it's SanDisk, and then hit enter. It's going to say loading files. You'll get the Windows screen as if it's loading Windows, but it's not loading Windows. It's loading this program. The program is going to pop up. And okay. Now, you're not going to see all this on your screen. Basically, what you're going to be looking for is the partition. It should say Windows 10. You're going to have to delete that whole partition. Now, in your case, I believe, let me see if I can squeeze this up in here. I believe you only have one drive, and it's going to show this Windows 10 and something else on the back end. You do not want to delete the back end because that's where the restore information is. So right where it says Windows 10, put the mouse there, right click, and then click delete partition. And again, it should say unallocated here, and then there should be another partition. Do not delete that other one. And then also you want to delete this little small partition in front of the Windows 10. So right click on that, click delete, and click OK. So what you just did, you just deleted just the Windows partition. Again, there's going to be another partition in the back. I can't show you on my computer because mine doesn't have the same configuration as yours. Now I do have other partitions on this computer, but the one on your computer, you got one disk that has probably 3 partitions. That third partition you do not want to delete. Okay, once you've done that, you have to go up here to the top left, click apply, click proceed, and click yes. Okay, so it's completed that operation, click OK. Now, you should have an unallocated space. This is where we're going to restore Windows. Now the next flash drive you're going to need should be number 2. And it's going to be a PNY drive. So it should have number 2 on it. So you can close this program up, pull out the first disk, put in the second disk, start tapping F12, the boot menu, go back and select that disk. Okay, this time it should say PNY. Mine says SanDisk. I'm just doing this for illustration. Yours should say PNY. So you're looking for PNY. It should look like that. PNY. Okay, so PNY should be there. Select that. There's going to be some information like this shows up. Then in the top corner, there's going to be something that's going to pop up, and then you have to wait at least a minute. It's going to take at least a minute for it to come up to the next set of information. Okay, so it's trying to find something, but don't worry about that. It's just the way the program works. It's going to come up with the program. It's going to open up. It's going to look like this. Okay, so what you got to do, select path down here. Now, depending on your configuration, just try double clicking on the top one. It should open up and show some folders. What you're going to be looking for is the AOMEI image backup folder. It might say do not delete AOMEI. That's the folder you want to double click on. In my case, I'm going to double click on this one here, 64-bit desktop, because that's my backup. So you're going to double click that. You may see another folder, double click that folder, and then if you see other folders, find the one with the most recent date. So in my case, I'm looking for 28 February because I know these 13 March were just tests. I just use those for testing. So I'm going to double click on 28 February, and then the folder should be with a name and then .adi. Click on that and go down to the bottom, click OK. This information will pop up. The text is set to select the backup. You're going to click yes. Now, under backup type, just click where it says full backup because you only selected one. Leave this blank, and then click next. Now, this is going to be interesting here. Now, this is where you're going to have to find the right restore point. On the disk that you deleted earlier, behind it, there should be the data partition. So what you want to do, you want to select in that blank area that you deleted. In my case, this whole partition was deleted. So that's why it's going to highlight the whole partition. But in your case, you're going to select it, and there should be another partition behind it. That's where the system file came from. So you do not want to select that. Once you've selected the appropriate place, you click next. And then finally, here's your operational summary. It's going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to create a C partition and another .s partition. And then it's going to create it in the unallocated space. So all you have to do is click Start Restore. All right, so down here it tells you how much data is being moved. And at the slash, it tells you the total amount of data that has to be moved. So right now, I've only moved 3 gigabytes, but I got to move at least 44. It tells you how fast it's moving and about how much time it's going to take. Okay, so when it clicks finish, just click finish. And you click the exit at the top. Pull the drive out the computer. And just let it boot up. You should get your Windows screen popping up. Everything should be back where it was on that day that the image was created. There it is.